Educational philosophy is at the heart of how we understand and assist in the shaping of students' futures and understanding how they learn best. It is a group of beliefs or viewpoints which focus on a particular activity or field with an underlying ideological perspective and is essential in shaping and guiding purposes, goals and attention of any given school. We must choose whether our classrooms will model social reproduction, keeping and reflecting the traditions of society, or whether our classrooms will adopt a socially transformative environment which works towards positive change and strives for social justice and equity for all those in the class. It is helpful to turn to educational philosophers for guidance on how to get the most out of our students and help them reach their full potential. There are many educational philosophers that contribute to the positive impact we can have on students' lives. Two that have effective and fair teaching pedagogies, great ideologies, and values that I would look to model in my own classroom are John Dewey and Nell Noddings. John Dewey believed that education is about social development and that education is the fundamental way of social progress and reform. He stressed how essential it was that social interaction was at the forefront of the learning process. Dewey deemed that students learn from one another in a transactional communication way, through discussion and collaboration, and believed teachers should be seen as more facilitators rather than dictators, helping students navigate the learning process and giving them the tools to take control of their own education. In this way, Dewey shows his belief that the classroom should be a microcosm of democracy, that students should be able to contribute to what they are learning, how they learn it, and their educational goals. In my own classroom, I can look to implement this through creating as many opportunities for students to cooperate and share ideas as possible. Dewey saw the traditional classroom of the time as not effective for preparing students for the real world, shunning the idea of rote memorization and passive learning. He instead opted for a more hands-on approach, incorporating experiential learning, and believed that children's learning truly flourish when they are engaged in discovery process which allow them to explore and learn on their own. Nell Noddings is another philosopher that I believe touches on highly relevant and integral concepts that are extremely beneficial for students in the classroom. She believes that caring relationships in the classroom are of utmost importance and sees direct links between students being motivated to do well in school if they feel their teachers care about their individual needs and make the effort to form positive relationships with them. She touches on the concepts caring for and caring about and distinguishes between them in her teachings. Caring about refers to concern expressed by someone that is more cognitive or intellectual type of caring without any real tangible actions made to help that person. Caring for requires the establishment of relation where teachers can take concrete steps which are beneficial to their students' needs. This form of caring is said to be more holistic by Nodding, as it encompasses both emotional support and physical actions to meet the diverse needs of students. It has been made clear by Noddings that creating caring, positive relationships with students and taking an active role in their development will reap the rewards of a classroom that has a supportive learning environment and the best possible outcome for the students. In terms of forming my own educational philosophy, I can look to the teachings of these two philosophers for guidance. Both touch on inclusion and how everyone has a right to education, and this will be integral to my own classroom. I shall seek to remove any oppressive nature that can be present in classrooms and aim to create a safe space where spontaneity, self-discovery, transformation and freedom are at the forefront of values upheld as education should be. I will aim to consider and adhere to the needs of diverse students I will encounter in my classroom, taking into consideration the SES, gender, religion and race of my students, and seek to conduct myself in a way that is non-discriminatory and not tolerant of any perceived negative overt and covert stereotypes. This will meet the requirements of Australian Professional Standards for Teachers, Section 1.3, knowing how students with diverse linguistic, cultural and socio-economic backgrounds best learn. My students will be reminded that our differences are what makes us special, with an inclusion for all students and minority groups not being marginalised. In a practical sense, I will strive to achieve this by providing resources and support in the classroom that can include counselling, cultural awareness training, and language guidance, with the students being made fully aware of where these resources are and how they can access them. I will do my utmost to construct a pedagogy where forming positive relationships with students and encouraging student participation in class will lead them feeling cared for and the needs of their diverse personal situations being supported, leading to enhanced social and emotional development. This focus on the welfare for the students will be further adopted through a holistic view and will see them becoming the best version of themselves possible. Because of the importance placed on relating to the students, I will be able to cater the curriculum on how they learn best through a semi-humanist approach, which will include diverse sources intertwined throughout the curriculum. In conclusion, the fair and equitable treatment of all those in our class is up to us as teachers and our teaching philosophies, which can take inspiration from past educational philosophers.